So let's begin. Can anyone remember where we were?
All over the map.
We're doing a trial. We are in some magical world where goblins and vanguards collide in beautiful, chaotic synergy.
Yes.
We separated and I believe pulled 2 levers last time, which we are working through the other hidden rooms we've found to pull more levers. Balfour and David went south. I believe Hayes went east, I want to say. And Tom
And Alithia went north.
I was just thinking, did he cut off or did he just freeze?
I think he's cut off.
Yeah, his screen's buffing.
Ah, see, for me, he's just frozen in one place. Balfour is typing. I'm guessing maybe his laptop's restarted.
Laptop's died again.
Yeah. And now Facebook is... Oh, bye, Scott. Okay, yes. So while we wait for Balfour to come back, you are all in this dungeon. Between your normal selves and your goblin selves, depending on how chaotic things are feeling, you've been grubbing your way round this dungeon, which isn't working as it was before. So I am going to reveal the whole thing to you, hopefully. You can see it all?
Nope.
I can see myself now.
We can see into the room with Prime Edition again now and the hobgoblins.
It just reveal full page. Reveal full page. Reveal full page.
It's not voice activated. You know, you have to clickety-click some buttons.
I'm clicking lots.
Alexa, reveal full page.
Hey, I can see it all now.
Yeah, I just turned off the dynamic lighting.
And that was one of the best D&D sessions we ever had. Oh, sorry, I'm just finishing the recap.
It was beautiful. Oh, brought tears to my eyes. So you should all be able to see the whole dungeon now.
Yep.
Yes. Although you can't, because your characters can't. So this is only because Roll20 didn't want to play ball that time.
I'm going to just zoom in where I am.
That's fine. That's fine. So you've seen what you've seen. You have pulled 2 of the levers and noticed that in the centre of the dungeon, 2 lights have lighted, lit up. That's the words. I double checked on where we were last time and who was what, and then I've closed that screen. So if you bear with me a moment, unless anyone can remembers who they were last time.
I remember.
I think I was Balfour, and I'm not sure if David just failed a roll.
David had just turned back into David after spending pretty much the whole session.
Let me just double.
And Tom remained Alithia and Tom throughout.
Yeah. So Alithia's Vanguard, Hayes is Goblin, David is Goblin, Balfour is Vanguard, Tom is Vanguard, according to my transcript. But I am happy.
I'm happy to be wrong.
No, that's.
You changed, and when we went into the room, we saw goblins.
Yeah.
Failed roll. You got the lower roll, and you turned into a goblin, which.
Yeah.
I think that's what I thought had happened. But
does everybody still have a note of their numbers? Because I'll do a refresh. Yep. So we have Alithia with 2, Balfour with 3, Tom I have down as 3, David with 4, Hayes with 5.
I couldn't remember. Again.
close.
Yeah. And you need to roll below the number to stay. No. Ah, Christ. Which way was it round again?
Well,
number to change back because I've been goblin the whole time.
Yeah.
So if my number's 5, then
Yeah.
I've always rolled below a 5.
Yes.
Or chosen to fail it.
Yeah.
No, I've not chosen. I've been trying to go back to Hayes, but I've not rolled any nat 6s yet.
You must roll equal to or above. If you roll below your number, you transform into a goblin. So for Lithia with a 2, you have to roll a 2 or you have to roll a 1. So cool. Now we've got that sorted. I still have the initiative order from last time. If people would like to continue that, or would you like to roll again?
I'm happy to continue.
Okay, we'll start from the top of the round. I don't think anyone is actively engaged in any form of combat yet. So, looking...
Arrived at the rooms, you showed them to us, and that was the end of the session.
That's correct. So, let's start at the top, where we have Alithia and Tom. Graham, for a recap for you, you've just crept round the corner into this room and you can smell all sorts of wonderful goodies. I mean...
We didn't go into the room.
Oh, you didn't go in?
Brian went in.
Yeah.
So we could see the entire thing without actually stepping in and...
Also, I don't think Tom has a sense of smell because he doesn't require breath.
That's true. I mean, I suppose he can do it he can choose to smell, yeah. Does he choose to smell or to smell? I don't know. So yeah, let's go with Alithia and Tom in the room at the top. So Prime is hovering around that room.
Do we roll at the start of a turn or an end of a turn?
We're in initiative. I've got it as the top of the round. But if we're going to do something, if you want to go into the room and roll, then please do.
I had to disappear halfway through
Yeah.
the session last, didn't I? So
I
I
thi-
assume I've just been following Alithia around and doing whatever she advised.
Yes.
That time.
Yes.
So I'll let her take the lead and just
Cool.
go up with whatever.
Well, let's start with a roll then. So if you can both roll me 1d6. Ooh.
I become a goblin.
Yes. So let's.
And the advice was people can either be full goblin, be the Vanguard character in their goblin form, or any which way they're choosing to play it.
But you're using your goblin character sheet. Yeah. And hand waving all the mechanics and bullshit that goes with it. So you approach round the corner of this dungeon and Tom turns into a goblin.
Tom, there's a couple of hobgoblins in this next room. Just Tom.
And loses about 4 foot in height.
Who are you?
Where the piss am I?
Where's Tom?
Who's Tom?
My friend. Who are you?
Name's Skellywag. How the fuck did I get here?
Well, I don't know. There seems to be something happening with goblins and lots of them about. But what did you do with Tom?
He's very confused. I think he would choose probably to turn around and run away.
You are more than welcome to. But the room, as I said earlier, does smell of lots of amazing food.
Again, they know he's a goblin. He would smell food.
Yeah.
Also, he'd probably smell hobgoblin and be able to hear hobgoblins that presumably speak goblin.
He's
Yeah.
never thought this much in his life.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, he won't run away. He'll run past Alithia into the room to see where the source of the smell of food is coming from.
Okay, so you go in here and it's like there's like tables around the dungeon that's laden with every imaginable delicacy that you can think of. It's overflowing with food, some of it lovely and fresh and appealing, some of it on the floor a bit more rotten if that's your thing. There's steaming roasts and pastries and fruits, flagons of booze. Everything looks fine, despite there being no obvious kind of cooks or servants or anything. There are two, these are actually bugbears, I think.
Bugbears, not hobgoblins.
Yeah, bugbears. They're kind of dressed like waiters.
Do they respond to the presence of people?
Yes.
In
So,
what way?
they will usher you in and invite you to eat what you wish.
And I go, cheers, lads. And then he'll dive into the beer and just start scoffing a load of food.
Only take enough for what you want. Don't be greedy, says
Is
one
that
of
what
them.
they say?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Okay.
What I want.
So, regardless of anything else going on, Scallywag just dives into the food and starts eating
Yeah.
and drinking.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, he is a rogue and a goblin, so it's like he sees a pile of stuff he wants, he takes it.
Yeah. Amazing.
Wait till he finds that treasure room all the way on the right.
Wow. Alithia, that's a whole mixed bag of stuff for you there.
I think Alithia would. So she's gonna cast Mage Hand,
Mm-hmm.
and just gonna she's witnessing what's happened, the exchange. They're not violent or threatening at all. I don't suppose there's like a pig's head or something like that.
There can be.
And she's gonna Mage Hand into the pig's head.
I'm loving this.
So it can spit the apple out.
Yeah.
And then using
So-
minor illusion, she's
so
gonna,
you go-
make out like the head's talking, puppet the head.
Have inspiration, because that's brilliant. I'm intrigued. Where are you going with this?
And just gonna just start like, can't believe you're serving us up to be eaten. I mean, can you not at least show me where the lever is in here so I can be a bit more useful?
Fuck off, you pig. What a delicacy.
Now, is that Scallywag trying to eat the pig or make out with the pig?
Eat.
Okay, just because you kind of went. Alithia, can you roll me a performance?
Oh yes.
Amazing. And a persuasion.
Oh, of course.
So that's a 12 performance, 10 persuasion. The bugbears they're convinced, but they're not persuaded by any of your arguments. It's like they're not kind of horrified or want to attack whatever this pig thing is. One will wander over and just be like, don't remember there being a talking one. Why are you talking?
I've always been able to talk. I've just had this apple in my mouth. I mean, I do enjoy my 5 a day. Have you seen the lever around here? Is it under all this food somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to get back to serving and tending this food. and he's going to take an apple and shove it back in your mouth again. Shove it back in the pig's mouth again. Mm.
Can we leave it
Yep.
there? And
Yep. Let's go down to Hayes.
My plan, as I told you last session,
Mhm.
was hopefully pretty simple. I was hoping, because you said I could see the lever at the back.
Yeah, it's at the top of these mushrooms, right at the bottom.
Yes, I was hoping I could just use my winged boots to fly up, over, down, flip it, up, over, back, and be done.
Yeah, that's quick and efficient. So what's your speed of movement with your winged boots? Or how far can you move with them? I'm gonna say the mushrooms kind of step up as well. So there's like,
Hang on. Sorry.
40 foot of movement.
I-
And then obviously, if that's not an action, it's not an action or anything to use them, so I could always use a dash.
okay. So
40 foot of movement.
what's the? Yeah, so it's 40 foot there, 40 foot back. So is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, that's what I said I'd do at end of last session, so I'm going to stay true to it if that's all right.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, the ants kind of busy anting around, and when you pull the lever and land, the ants do look a lot more aggressive. But you've landed where you are at the moment, so I can't remember what I did with that. There we go. Cool. So you're going to disappear back to the central chamber? Cool. Okay. The ants will try and chase after you, but you are just enough ahead that they won't catch you. Baltha, you're back.
Let me just mess out. I'll rejoin the call in a minute because he's gone to sort the kids out, but I need to tell him I'll come back.
Okay.
2 minutes.
yeah, sorry, Liz had just got home, so I just quickly went to say hello.
Did you miss? I think you missed the newest member of the group.
I think I must have done.
Yeah. Just a little bit of puppetry going on.
Who had a puppet?
It's a puppet.
Craig, Alithia decided to make a puppet out of a pig's head using a mage hand,
That is gross.
but great at the same time. Yes. Ali, is Ali in the
No,
room with us?
He's doing his delayed pre-game poop.
Delayed pre-game poop mid-game.
Yeah, hence delayed.
Jesus, Alan.
So he said just skip
Are we
his
recording
turn.
this bit?
I hope so.
He said just skip his turn or hold his turn or whatever, and let everybody else carry on till he gets back.
Okay, because he can't
He's been doing already.
hold his turn. Baltha, can you give me a goblin roll, please? Can you give me a d6 as we start this to see what you are?
A 1.
That does that mean yes?
Yep,
Yes,
I rolled 3, so I turned to the monster.
because of course I.
What's that coming over the hill? Is it the monster? The monster.
Munster.
I can't believe I never thought about putting that song with Munchie. Oh, that's so good. I love that song.
Amazing. And as Ali isn't here, I'm going to say that his roll sticks, so he gets to be a goblin as well, because we like a little bit of fun. So Munchie appears in this room. It's very tropical, as you can see.
Yeah.
There are exotic plants. David is stood right next to this carnivorous fly trap that will try and take a chomp out of him. There are other goblins around tending to the plants. And you'll see in the centre of the room there is this enormous plant like Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors, if anyone understands that reference.
Ali's back.
Yay! Hi!
One button, sorry.
That's all right.
So
Feed
if
me.
I turn to Munchie
Feed me.
and
Yes.
I see what's the goblin name for David?
Griphook.
Griphook. If I see Griphook next to this huge carnivorous plant,
Mm-hmm.
then there's only one thing for it.
Amazing. Amazing.
Speak with plants.
All plants within 30 feet of you. So... Oh, let's do it as a circle. So let's say you... Yeah, you can talk to that one and anyone in half of the room. Okay?
Cool. And so yeah. Hey, plant dudes. Like, we mean no trouble. I love plants. I love animals. I love everybody.
Hungry, hungry, eat you, hungry, hungry, eat you.
We don't taste good.
Hungry, eat you, I'm gonna eat you.
What else do you like to eat? Do you like mushrooms?
Prefer warm living things.
And so,
Sorry, a child-related problem.
Okay.
is there anything else living in there? No.
Just the other goblins.
Yeah, but goblins are goblins.
I mean, if you want to throw a mushroom, it did say it'd prefer something, but I didn't actually think.
That was the next thing. I was going to ask it another question, and when it spoke to answer, I was going to throw at least one mushroom in its mouth.
Okay, let's go with that.
So I'd like, do you not eat these other goblin dudes? And point to the other ones.
Do you still have a bag of beans?
Oh no.
I do. I remember
Yep.
that, but that's not what I'm doing at the moment. But yeah, I'd just be like, yes, see, you don't eat the other goblin dudes. We're goblins too. I mean, you're surely not going to eat us. And then yeah, ready with the mushroom to throw it in its mouth when it says anything.
The other goblins have noticed that you're talking to this plant. They look like they're like gardeners as well, so they're taking care of these plants. Yeah, have you got the mushroom button?
I don't. I think
No.
last time you pushed my buttons.
I do.
Oh, how do you have it? It's
Well,
It popped up earlier as well on my screen.
it wasn't even enabled. That's fun. All players. Baltha, can you see it now?
No, but I may have to refresh. But it's okay. I don't mind if Ali presses the mushroom.
Why
plays
can't
with
you
my
see
mushroom.
it? That's so odd.
I don't know. Free kitchen. Free kitchen.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, Ali's rolled for me, so I'm
It could be a puppy.
quite happy for this plant to turn into a random beast.
It could be a puppy.
Is it there?
I'm guessing I would have to refresh, as I say. I'm
You
quite
can-
happy for Ali to roll the die for me, just to keep things
Okay.
dynamic.
Well, in that case, you throw a mushroom at it. It's not quite sure what comes flying towards it, and one of its many Venus flytrappy mouths snaps that mushroom out of the air, and it transforms into a random beast. What random beast, we ask? Who knows? Let's see.
There's gotta be a random beast table.
Let's have a look. It's a wild magic random beast. Wild magic random beast.
It may help for future. If you click on your character token, the mushroom button should then pop up.
Ah.
Ah, yes, if I click on my characters, it does pop up with the mushroom. Thank you.
No problem.
Pull your mushroom just to see what it would have been.
I mean, either way. Hang on. Right, I am generating a list of beasts. Oh no, we're not having those ones. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Is that a pizza party on a
Yeah, you don't want a boulette, do you?
God.
Huh?
Bullets are fine.
Yeah.
Whatever the table gives us. I'm happy to roll. You roll. Let's.
D&D, let the dice decide.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so I've requested that. Can you roll me a d20, please?
A D20, I can, and there you go. I rolled a
16. That's a rhinoceros. Yeah, I asked one of my GPTs to roll me a CR 1, 2, or 3, 20 of them. So there's a rhinoceros. Could have had an ankylosaur, a killer whale. That would have been odd.
Hello.
Huh?
All the food.
Yeah. Come on, roll 20. You can do it. So, yeah, there's a rhino.
Cool, and then I'll quickly cast speak with animals.
Yeah.
And I just want to say to the rhino, if you're still hungry, dude, I suggest you eat any plant. Being a plant eater like me, I suggest you eat any plant that looks dangerous. They're the tastiest.
Okay, give me a persuasion on this one.
That's quite good. I like that.
Yeah.
Persuasion, how persuasive am I? Oh, I'm not very persuasive whatsoever.
Ho!
I am! Yes, I am!
No,
Um,
way you do that. No way. Oh, when fucking can't she go away?
So yeah, this rhino goes, hello, hello,
Hey,
hi,
I'm Munchie.
I'm Rhiny.
This is Grip Hook. He's a cool guy.
Hi. Did you say there's food?
Yeah, I don't eat meat either. I'm like you, man. But these plants, not all of them taste good. But the ones that look dangerous, the ones that look like they have teeth and things, they are the tastiest.
Are they? Cool. The rhino will gallop across and eat that fly trap. Oh no, I've disappeared the wrong one.
Flytrap eats rhino.
Ah!
Damn it!
Okay, so there was one there as well. He has disappeared. So he's going to eat that one. And you might want to direct him around what else is available to him. There we go. So he's just going to gallop around. The other goblins are going to see this rhino and chase after it, ignoring you completely. Grip Hook, you've seen a rhino appear and run around a bit. Would you like to add to the chaos?
I don't know, Kev. As far as Goblin's concerned, he's quite a sensible one compared to like this numbnuts that's sitting next to me. Can he ride down the back of the rhinoceros?
Yes. If you'd like to give me an athletics or an acrobatics, depending on how you want to get on the back of this rhinoceros.
Athletically.
Um,
oh.
I'll say nat
See
one.
if Munchie gives me like a leg up and I do a backflip. Can I get like advantage because he's helping?
Does Munchie want to help?
I mean,
Onto it,
Munchie
like,
will,
he gives me a-
but
Grip hook's not like the most acrobatically.
I mean, I would say it'd be more a case of you could probably jump off Munchie before Munchie realizes what's happened.
Do you want to use Munchie like a springboard?
Yeah.
So I would athletically. Please.
Yeah. So what do you do, and what does it look like?
I basically take a run, use Munchie, like step onto him,
Yeah.
and jump from there.
Okay, so you're on the back of this rhino. So you have steering ability of the rhino, even though you can't understand it, only Munchie can.
Munchie, on the back of a rhino.
Careful of the horn, man. Don't sit on that. The only thing I know about rhinos.
I might not have anything to do with that choice.
If you point at anything that looks dangerous, I could tell Rhino dude to eat the plants. And I'll just shout, hey Rhino, my friend will point out the tastiest snacks. Just follow where he points.
Are you coming up? Munchie, we could charge people with this thing.
Cool. Okay, so where do you want to think about some tactics, and we can head back to the room of food, and we'll come back to the double goblet.
Munchie tactics made me laugh.
I mean, we will head back to the double goblin rhino show later. Let's go back to the bugbears, the meat puppet, and the goblin. I take it Scallywag is still indulging in every way possible.
Yeah.
Has he stopped for breath at all? Moved on from the beer and onto the
Probably.
food?
I think now he's probably had enough time that he's quite full, and he's sat sort of in a hollowed out watermelon with half the shell just sort of lopsided on his head.
Oh, so cute!
Pot belly like he's eaten an entire thing. And just like...
Amazing. Alithia?
Alethea is going to enter the room.
Yeah.
And presumably there was one bugbear who was communicating more heavily with the pig's head than.
Let's say the one in the middle here.
So she's going to use her racial ability to cast detect thoughts on him.
Okay. The one over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What kind of thoughts do you get? Is it very similar to Hayes's?
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
So you get thoughts of annoyance, frustration. He is not liking that Scallywag has eaten so much. It's impolite. This is a very polite bugbear. And the fact that Scallywag is sitting in the middle of the food, probably taken half bites out of everything, probably left a bit of a mess as well. There's probably a lot of gases going on. and he's not happy about it. So you can tell he's at simmering point for going to start a fight.
So, hi there, sir. What a lovely room of food you have here.
Which one are you talking to? The
one I'm detecting for.
the one over there. Yeah.
I don't suppose you've seen any flying pigs' heads in here at all, have you?
He looks flustered. We shouldn't have anything like that. This is a good hall with good food for people.
And I agree. It looks magnificent. You truly are doing a wonderful job in here.
Do you want some food? Have some food. Stay for good company and eat some food.
I would love to try some food. But the thing is, I need to find a lever. I don't suppose you've seen a lever in here, have you?
That's not for me to do. I'm here to serve you food. And the other bugbear appears at your side with a plate full of food and hands it to you.
When I mention the lever, does his thoughts turn to a lever and its whereabouts?
Yes, he knows it's under the food. He finds it quite inconvenient to store his food around it.
Oh, I mean, if you want, maybe I can help you to store your food in a better way, so that that blasted lever isn't a problem anymore.
The other bugbear is again giving you the plate of food.
Thank you very much. That is delicious. Thank you.
And they're still watching.
If you could just show me where that lever is, and then maybe I could help you with your problem with it.
Can you give me a persuasion? Because I don't think you're deceiving him.
Nope.
15. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, you're a polite young gith. He appreciates that. He is trying to ignore Scallywag, although he's moving a bit closer if Scallywag is still misbehaving. Maybe as he's talking to you, he's poking Scallywag to try and get him out of the watermelon. Yes, of course you can.
It starts crawling stealthily through the food.
Yeah. So, yeah, the bugbear directs you towards the back of the room, where there's not quite so much food stored. And so is Scallywag Scrooge McDucking it through the food?
Yep.
Cool. You disappear, and the bugbear that was looking at you looks away for a moment, and you're not there anymore. And he picks up like a serving stick or something around, and he's just poking in the food, trying to poke at you. But with a 25, he is poking in the wrong area because you've already moved round. So he is now jabbing at the food, trying to get the goblin that's now slithering through all his hard work.
Where I'm hidden and see that he's trying to
Yes.
attack the position that I was in.
Yes.
Thus triggering me to want to attack him.
Yes, of course you
I
can.
would like to explode from the turkey carcass that I'm inside of.
Yes, please.
And then run over and just stab him in the neck.
Okay, let's do some initiative then. Do you want to continue? Well, I don't think you'd rolled in last time. Let's do a reset. So if you could roll me initiative, please. And I need to roll for Mr. the Bear. And go. Oh, roll 20s on one tonight.
Rolling.
Open up the character sheet. Try to press the initiative button. Go. There we go. Great. So, yeah, if you are launching a surprise attack, you get a surprise attack anyway.
Sweet. I will attempt to stab him in the neck with my rapier.
Okay.
So that is either a 17 or a 20.
Which will hit.
Ooh.
Was that just one attack? But that was the advantage.
I only get one because I'm
Yeah.
a rogue.
Yeah.
But advantage because rakish audacity from being a swashbuckler. As long as there's nobody else in combat with it, I still get advantage with melee.
Cool. Well, yeah, that does a hefty chunk of damage. And he bellows with rage. Hayes, you've missed some fun stuff. He bellows with rage, turns round to try and thrash you, but now we go into the initiative order and you rolled higher than him, so now if you want to take your turn, that's going to hit again. And yes, that hits. And he's
3.
And he's dead. So yeah, you killed that bugbear.
He started it.
Huh?
He started it.
Yeah. The other one. But as he drops to the floor, you realise what he was poking amongst the food was just a baguette. And it just rolls across the floor. Rolls across the floor. The other bugbear, seeing this, will just be like, "Not in my food hole!" Is distressed at the dead body that's now amongst the food. So he will join. And will this work for him? Yes, they were 1 day from retirement. It's heartbreaking. These two were the best of friends. Maybe.
Tom wouldn't have done this. Tom would have just
I know.
introduced himself.
Yeah, I know. These two were the best of friends. Maybe they could have been more than friends, but we will never know now. We will never know.
With
It's
that book
heartbreaking.
there, you'd probably still have a go at it.
Yeah, probably would do. Okay, but this guy still doesn't roll as high as you. He is going to try and attack you with whatever the character sheet says. He's going to throw a javelin at you for a 21.
Will hit.
3 damage.
Cool. I'll just be a dick and use uncanny dodge and halve it.
Of course. Of course.
Save the whole 1 point of damage for me.
Alithia, you are looking at the back of the room. You turn round and you've seen all of this. How do you react?
I mean, did I hear the dying thoughts of that?
Yes.
What are you doing? Why are we fighting?
He tried to hit me with a stick.
He was just looking for where you were. You were making a mess.
I
You're
deem that
making
to
a
be
mess.
aggression, and he who hits first hits last, or something like that.
Cool. Alithia, did you want to join in the fight?
No.
Cool.
Not unless someone tries to hit me.
I don't know, but the other bugbear has noticed you talking to this one. But you don't seem to be friendly about it or joining in, so he's not going to do anything. Do you want to roll me a perception for seeing if you can see this lever amongst all this food?
I'd rather investigate it.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to investigate, you'll have to get in there and start grubbing food around.
Oh, I would 100% getting in there and looking for food
Such a
around.
such a fucking princess.
Are they magic levers?
Hmm?
Are they magic levers?
No,
No.
they're just wooden levers.
Bird fight!
Mm.
Sorry, my voice cracked, my balls dropped. I'm sorry.
Yeah, do you want to roll me a go and investigate then? Yeah, of course you find it.
I remember when Craig said that to us before he got a new group. He wouldn't leave us.
Inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was awful. That was truly awful. Ah. Yeah, that's possibly the worst pun joke I've heard in a long time. Well done.
Wouldn't leave us. I thought that was
Wooden
good.
levers. Wooden levers. Love it.
Oh, fucking hell, I just got it. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's
that's
even
good
funnier.
enough. See you next week.
If I found it and had any sort of action or anything available, I would be using the lever with Mage Hand.
Cool. You pull the lever and you don't realise it, but a little light comes on somewhere else. So, yeah, do you want to finish this battle up, Scallywag? Alithia, you've pulled your lever. Are you helping out?
No, I would be pretty swiftly just leaving them while they're back and forth with each other.
Okay.
Or just Scallywag wiping the floor with him, whichever happens first.
Not that one, because I realised I was misreading what my thing does. I just don't need advantage to use sneak. I wouldn't have got advantage, but my last two attacks hit anyway.
Yes, they did.
So that is just a nat one.
Yeah. With a nat 1, can you roll a d6 for me? Let's see if you stay Scallywag.
Sure. I'd honestly prefer not to. I do.
You stay? So as you're in the middle of this fight, you take a little shudder, and it's almost like you can feel some logic creeping over you, the slight confusion of horror of what you're doing, and you push that fucker back down again, and you are full goblin, baby! So, yeah, you nat 1 this guy, so you remain a goblin. That is what I'm going to say your punishment was, because you had a chance to turn back to Tom. This bugbear is going to attack back again. If I was on the right layer, he would. He is going to hit you. Hits with his Morning Star.
Yep.
17. And that does 8 piercing. That was terrible. 2d8 did an 8.
Just 4. I'm going to uncanny dodge it.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, go on, you'll go. Go and kill this poor bugbear.
So I'm just taking my damage off because I forgot to do it.
Yeah, taking my damage too.
19.
Yes.
31.
He's dead.
2.
These were only like poor waiters, poor servers who were so proud of what they did.
Now they're dead waiters, and because Scallywag is a bastard, he's going to throw their dead bodies onto the food to spoil it.
Yeah. Ah, Scallywag, we missed you. What a Scallywag. Cool. So then Scally can decide what he wants to do from there, because you're still in a room full of food, but you've eaten.
He's just going to stay there drinking and see if he gets hungry again in a bit. For now, he's got no motivation to go off and do anything. He doesn't know why he's here. He just appeared here.
Amazing. That's fine. Alithia, you're heading back. Let's pop down to Hayes.
Hayes will.
Well, Goblind as Hayes.
Goblin will use dash action to
Yep.
make the way back up the tunnel.
Okay, so Goblind reappears in the centre tunnel, and you can see that all but 2 of the lights in the floor are on now.
Excellent.
Whether Goblin understands what that is, what that means, what he needs to do next is another matter entirely.
Nope, that's it for Goblin. His action, he uses movement and his action to dash.
Lovely. Okay, let's head down to the Rhino room. Have you worked out what on earth you're going to do with this one?
So Munchie did tell Rhino to follow the instructions. So he would have told Goblin to point out the. I think I said to Goblin, point out the scary foods, scary plants. So I'll leave Grip up to decide if that's what he's doing.
Oh, there is lots of things you can do with that.
So you'll see there's already one. Well, this is a fly trap turned into a rhinoceros who's just eaten another fly trap. The goblins around have kind of aggroed as well because this rhinoceros is all stomping over everything. Yeah. What do you want to do?
Me or
Either.
I'll say you would act before Munchie because he never been quick.
that's fine. Well, because there's this little goblin in amongst the flowers, I'm going to accidentally on purpose rampage the rhino straight for it and run it over.
Okay, so you're going to take the rhino back over there and trample on it.
Pretty much.
Okay, they don't have many hit points. Okay, he's gonna. I'm gonna say there's no way that he would survive that. So you've trampled over a goblin. How exciting! The other ones will round on Munchie. Let's roll some initiative. Do I need to roll the rhinoceros in separately?
So bad.
Phrase I didn't think I would ever say.
No mushroom for pot here.
Random goblin. And then okay, so let's get that. The goblins are going to go first, and both of them are going to take a jab at Munchie.
Cool.
Because you made a rhino.
They don't know I did. I threw a mushroom in its mouth, but no, they can attack me. Let's go.
Yeah. So, no. First goblin, scimitar attack. 24. Pwah, pwah, pwah.
Fucking hell.
Misses. Oh, sorry, no.
You're not Baltha, but that would have hit Baltha. Look at all that damage. And the second one is going to attack as well.
11 will miss.
And that will miss. So that's these two goblins here. Then Munchie's go.
And Munchie's going to do something Munchie's never done before.
Oh, this is not good.
And
Brace
he
yourself.
Is going to start changing.
Hmm.
And instead of using a wild shape to turn into his starry form,
Yes.
seeing a plant turn into a rhino, he's going to think that's a great idea. I can't turn myself into a rhino, it's only a CR monster, so I'm going to turn myself into a brown bear.
A brown bear. Okay.
Yeah.
We love lots of animals in this. Brown bear.
There's a brown bear in the room.
Na, 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 na. Poor Roll20 doesn't know what to do with itself.
So, as a brown bear, then, so bonus action will be to turn into a bear. And then,
Hang on, I think you should be able to. Can you control the bear?
yeah,
Cool. Let's pop Balthar up here. You the bear now.
I'm the bear now.
Yep.
And so I'm going to multi-attack at these goblins, retaliating.
Yeah, okay. Let's see how this is going to go. So, give me your attack for the top goblin, for green goblin. Not the green goblin.
No.
14, that misses.
And then it has multi-attack, so it'll try and hit it with a second attack.
And that misses as well.
I've never been a bear before.
Oh, you can hardly bear it.
Nice.
Oh.
Sweet.
And yeah, that will be Munchie's turn.
Cool. David, on your rhino.
Grip Hook would love to charge towards the blue goblin side.
Okay.
As we kind of go past, I want Grip Hook wants to smash him in the head with his warhammer.
Okay. Let me just. Oh, I see. I was trying to see why David wasn't available, but you're Ali, so that's cool. You should be able to control the rhino. Okay, so it has, I think it's a gore attack. Do you want me to move let me? Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move David up here with Balthar for now.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to go for the goblin in blue.
Yes.
Are you going to go for one of the gore attacks on it?
With the way he's running.
Oh no, so it's David one, isn't it? Yes.
No, it's Grip Hook.
Oh, grip hook. Yes.
Grip Hook wants to smash him in the face with his warhammer.
Yep.
But run through.
Yep, like a no, like polo, just like swinging it.
Yeah, obviously the rhino's going to go in a straight line, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Do you want to roll it for me?
Yes. Oh shit! I've rolled fucking damage. Sorry, I got the wrong thing. Oh fucking yes.
I'll let you roll your damage again. And you know what? That's exactly the amount you needed to kill it, because they only have 7 health.
Wow.
These are only little goblins. So yeah, you charge past the giant bear, swing your warhammer at the goblin. What does it look like, and what do you do when you hit, etc.? Paint me a horrible picture.
It's just, as he's charging, he's whirling round his warhammer in his hand, and as he comes, it's exactly like a polo hit, like just clean off, or as close to as you
Grim.
imagine.
That's grim.
And then after it, it's like woo.
That's grim. Bear Munchie. Oh no, sorry, it's the goblins. My apologies. There is still a goblin alive up here. So that goblin is going to try its scimitar against the bear.
That hits.
That hits. That does
I'm a
6
bear.
slashing.
He's a bear. He's a bear. He's a bear.
Now it's Munchie's go.
So there'll be just 2 more claw attacks. Fuck me.
That misses. That misses. Munchie made a shit bear, but he can't bear it.
It is a brown bear.
Most certainly is not smarter than the average bear.
No. Grip hook.
Yeah.
So you're still riding on the back of this rhinoceros? What do you want to do now? Do you remember what it is you're going to do? Why are you even in this room?
Alistair remembers exactly what we need to do.
Yeah.
But Grip Hook right now, I think, is caught up in goblininess.
Yeah. I think so too. So what's he going to do?
He would charge the next one, but I feel as if I've done a lot in that turn.
No, this is back at your turn again.
Really?
I took my turn and I missed with 2 claw attacks. Well, I've missed with 4 claw attacks so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can the rhino charge through and use his gore?
On that goblin?
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you need me to roll?
It's this. I gave you the sheet, so it's
Oh,
on.
yeah, sorry. I've not. I'm kind of like swapping between phone and.
Do you want me to let you know what it is, if it helps?
Oh, there it is, right. At the
Yep.
top. Oh, God, there's a lot. There we go, gore.
Yep, that'll hit.
No, that's fine. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
2d8 plus 5.
So that's going to be pate. No, that's another attack.
It's already dead.
Just stop.
Oh, can't I roll? Oh my God, I'm not ready to do that.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. They dead. They pate.
On a rhino.
Yeah. So let's leave you there for the moment. Now you've killed those 2 goblins and you can work out what you want to do next. Let's go back up to team food murder.
Team is a very broad description.
Yeah.
Of what we mean.
These 2 individuals who've found a leader and done a massacre. So Alithia, what would you like to do?
Alithia is going to head back to the central room just to check that a flame light has come on in the middle.
Mhm. And it has.
I can't remember if we know that haze is haze or the goblins are goblins or.
Nope. There's a goblin appeared down there. So have you seen this one before? Not sure.
I can't remember how it played out with.
I found out Hayes and Goblin was the same person, and I think I did mention it to you when I ran into the room after I left them, if I remember correctly, because I kind of said Hayes is Goblin.
Hayes is still verbally out loud arguing with herself, so you'd probably still like be able to catch on that.
Yeah. But you explained it to me in the room with all the treasure. I asked you guys to sit still and behave while I went to go find everyone else. And I'm sure I told them that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've just queried the transcript from last time. Yes, Alithia is aware that Hayes is in her goblin form. During the meeting, it was mentioned the characters would experience a shift, and Alithia was told about the change. So, yes.
Oh, maybe that's Tom went then. Hayes? Hayes? Is that you,
Goblins.
Hayes?
It's goblins. Shut up, it's Hayes. No, it's goblins.
Did you manage to turn to pull a lever, Hayes Goblin?
Yeah, I pulled a switch.
That explains why there's two gone on then. I don't suppose you've seen Balfour at all, have you? Or Tom? Tom seems to have disappeared.
What's a Tom? What's a Balfour? Shut up. No, I don't know where they are. She don't know where they are.
Okay, I think I found another corridor to another lever. If you want to try and help me, or there was another goblin that
Follow
appeared.
somebody I don't know? Yeah, all right then. Just fucking do as you're told. Just do as you're told. Just follow him up and do as you're told. All right. Calm down. I'm just gonna start following behind you.
While they're following the sort of corridor, like there was another little goblin that appeared. He just murdered a couple of bugbears while hiding in food.
Hiding in food, murdering people. Was he about yay high? I'm just gonna make a random hand gesture, like a small hand gesture, because you know goblins are giant.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you like gesture at your knee height?
Yeah.
I mean, he was small. Yes, he was because he's a goblin, not like you. You're quite tall for a goblin.
I'm giant. Right, where's this wooden stick thing then?
What wooden stick thing?
Oh no. I was told you need to pull a wooden stick and make lights
lever,
light
yeah.
up.
We're trying to see if we find another one.
Yeah, shut up you, I'm talking now, it's my time. Yeah, right, let's go up this way and go up that way. I'll follow you. Shut up, I'm doing my time. Sit. Go ahead.
And if we get to the room,
Yep.
I feel like Hayes needs some serious therapy after this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so
Go
too.
and sit in a corner of her own mind.
Yeah. If you're both gonna approach that room, can you both give me a goblin check? Roll me a d6 each, please. Amazing! Amazing! Huh?
can I use my inspiration?
No!
Goblin roll.
No! I'm not gonna let you.
Oh my god, it's Hayes turning into.
Hayes turns back to Hayes.
Hayes turns back to Hayes, and Alithia
Amazing.
turns
Becomes
into Sticks. Yeah. So I'll let you both have a think about that for a moment. Scallywag, are you still?
I think by this point he's probably gotten bored
Yeah.
and will just go for a wander to see what he can find or see who he can see. If anybody.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give me a goblin roll as well as you're kind of changing your circumstances,
I can do, sure.
if you wish.
Hey, I turn back.
So you become Tom again. How does that feel as Tom? Would you feel as oddly full as what was left behind from Scallywag? Are you still covered
I'd
in?
already thought about that
Yeah.
because he's just gorged a load of food.
Yeah.
And then turned back. What I would like to do
Yes.
is open part of my back and just pull out a brick of compost and just pop it.
Of course, that's absolutely fine.
Tom basically just functions as a trash compactor and a brewery still.
Nice, amazing. Have inspiration for removing it from your body in a non-disgusting way, because you could quite easily have just.
Couldn't have come out of his stomach, and he wasn't going to shit it out.
Well, see, I'm quite pleased with that.
Scallywag would have taken a massive dump.
He would have done.
before-
Yeah. Does Tom remember what it was like to be Scallywag?
Can I roll to see?
Of course you can. I'm not sure what that is. Do you want to do me a D20? The higher it is, the more he remembers. The lower it is, the more clueless. Gives you a bit of a scale then.
Could you roll an insight?
Apparently, he remembers everything.
He remembers everything. Every single detail.
And more.
He remembers more about himself than he did before he was
Yeah.
a goblin.
Yeah. He remembers intrinsically what it was like to eat and swallow and digest food.
Oh, now he misses the taste of food.
There you go. Now he knows the allure of beer.
Yeah,
No.
you know what? I think this experience is going to somehow make Tom slightly more human.
Oh, how strange. I will leave Tom to decide what will Tom do
I
now.
think he'll start shouting for people just to see if anybody hears him, so he can try and figure out where other people are.
Okay. That's cool. Let's come down to Team Rhino Bear at the bottom here. You've stomped on some goblins.
Gladiators.
Yes, I'm guessing that's a Gladiator reference. I haven't seen it, but I understand the concept. Yeah, Munchie, Grip Hook. What would you like to do? We're still in the middle of kind of combat, but you have stomped on all the goblins now, so the other goblins are kind of cowering underneath the foliage, trying to stay out of your way.
As a bear, I
Mm.
still have Speak with Animals running.
Yeah.
I was going to say to the rhino.
Uh-huh.
How do bear speak? Hey, Riley, dude, have you seen like a lever in here? The goblins ever talk about any sort of lever?
I am only a. I don't know. I think I've not really moved before this. I was a plant.
I've never been an animal before, so sharing experiences.
I've never been an animal either. It's quite strange.
Okay, well you carry on eating some plants now. You've done everything else but eating plants. You
Cool.
must be hungry.
Always hungry. That doesn't
And then-
change.
And then if I can, I'd like to just have a quick
Mhm.
scan around, see if I can see any lever.
Yep. Do you want to do? Yeah. Do you want to roll me a something? Ooh.
A 10.
A 10. You can still see there's a lot of plants.
I'll roll I'm going to use my inspiration, because why the heck not?
Go on then. Do nice.
12. Yes.
Yeah, you can see just sticking out amongst the petals of this enormous flower at the bottom is a lever.
Cool. So if I see it, I'm going to drop from bear form, my wild
Mhm.
shape. I thought about this. and then I am going to... where is it? Thorn Whip,
Yes.
which Thorn Whip is 60 feet, not 30, because I have spell sniper, and it can pull things 10 feet towards me. So I'm hoping to wrap the Thorn Whip around the lever, Indiana Jones style, and then try and pull the lever back with the Thorn Whip.
Oh, that's so fucking clever, you smart ass. Yeah.
Roll for push or pull.
Huh?
Roll for push or pull.
Roll for avoiding a big old combat. Yeah, I've got some other exciting things planned. We've also done a session and a half in a dungeon, so I'm going to say yes. that rolls towards you, and this giant corpse flower kind of undulates and moves around unhappily about it, but it can't do anything because you're too far away.
And then Munchie would just say to Griphook,
I think we've done what we need to. I don't want to spoil your mood, man. I know you're having a rad time, but perhaps we find all our friends.
He silently agrees. The
That's so much fun.
the rhino was also wild shaped for 10 minutes,
yeah.
which there's been a lot of stomping about and stuff, so I'm going to say the rhino you're sat on starts kind of flickering as if it's going to change back and then turns back into a plant, which you end up sitting on.
Okay, I feel that happen. No. Before that happened, I activate my Charm Divinity and my Twilight Dancery, which creates dim light, which means I can fly. So I do that.
It wasn't going to bite you anyway because it quite enjoyed experience as a rhino, but it's happy to be a plant again. Cool.
I'm going to empty a little bit of my water skin down by its roots area there. Just give it a drink before I go.
You've made a friend. Ah.
Would I
Mm.
just really be able to take? I've got to talk with plants. Ask it if I could take a cutting of the plant and some of the soil around, and so I can grow my own plant at some point with Munchie, like
Yes.
a friend.
Yes. I'll let you do that if you want to add it to Munchie's. Well, I say character sheet, but this doesn't go anywhere off here. But if you want to try and remember that Munchie has a cutting and add it to his character sheet on the Goblins game, I'm going to say that that will happen. Because this is all canon for Goblins as well, by the way. I know, right?
What kind of creature is it?
It is a fly trap.
Yeah, I have a cutting of a fly trap.
It's in the... is it Monster Manual? Might be... medium plant. It is a CR0.
Cool. I just think it'd be quite full to have. Munchie's got a friend he can talk to. I'm picturing Groot in the little thing when it's growing. That's going to be Munchie Draxing it up, talking to Munchie as a plant. I mean, talking to his new vine friend. And I'll have to think of a name of it.
Hang on, I'll be right back. Just have a meta for a while.
Meta.
Have you guys pulled the switch in now?
Nope. Yeah.
Yeah, Scott did it with his thorn whip.
Nice.
You got very
So
thorny.
I had to avoid going near the giant monster flower that it was buried under.
Oh, have I lost everyone again?
Awesome.
What's awesome? I missed everything.
You thorn whipping.
Oh, thorn whipping, yes. I thought about it early doors, and I thought, no, I haven't seen it yet, and I wanted to do some Munchie gobbling nonsense.
It is very much a good thing Scallywag wasn't present for this entire thing, because he'd have been trying to kill everything.
And he doesn't particularly. He's not like the most fond of the rest of the goblins, really. So
No, he's not particularly.
the only one I think he's really gotten on with is Six.
Six, yeah, because he's also a crazy archer that likes to shoot arrows at stuff.
Six is happy to kill things.
But we haven't seen Sticks until just now.
I know.
And you've
Yeah,
just
by
left
the time
him.
I get there, I'm not Scallywag anymore.
It's perfect.
Hello. So I heard a lot of shouting, but everything's okay. They were just communicating by shouting at each other. Right. Have you done all your mettering?
No.
We didn't do any.
Amazing.
We forgot.
That's fine. So, Munchie
I
and
think
Grip
Munchie
Hook.
and Grip Hook are going to be heading back to the room, aren't we, Grip Hook?
See.
But can he carry me as he's flying?
Of course he can, if he wants
Put my
to.
hands up. Put my hands up so he can hold my hands and carry me.
Yes. Yes.
Totally unhinged, completely demented. I adore it. You enter the centre room and you notice there is only one light now that isn't on. So let's go to Chaos Room at the top. Tom, have you decided where you're going to go to yet?
By the time I get to this junction and I'm shouted, would I hear anything or would anybody hear me to respond?
If everybody wants to make a perception to see if they hear, we have Styx and Haze. So I don't know if you would have heard or if you even cared. If you're goblin-y.
Goblin Group Pick probably wouldn't have been paying attention.
Would Styx or Haze reply if someone was shouting out in the corridors?
She's all about
Who's that? Who are you?
Hi, I'm Tom.
Tom.
The response is because I've turned around to see Hayes, and he's no idea who Hayes is.
He hears you shout in the distance.
Is that torch next to me lighting the room?
Yes,
I'd instantly try and put it out.
that's fine. You can put that out. And
Does that mean the room's in complete darkness, or
it is darkness apart from you will see. What do you see? At the other end of the room, there is dim light from this area.
okay? So as I'm in darkness, I am invisible to everyone.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Where am I?
Can I see? Can I see your torch?
Do you have dark vision?
I have magical dark vision.
In which case you... I mean, how invisible are you?
It says anyone who's relying on dark vision to see me,
Yeah.
I'm invisible to them.
Okay, so you can't see him. But
would
you
have seen him before.
before.
I turned the light on.
Yeah.
She was in front. She'd have seen Alithia go and then just pounce on a torch to put it out.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm just gonna walk around into the room. I'm gonna light up a torch and walk around into the room.
Okay. So as you walk around into the room, dimly lit, you can see that it is chock full of wood and barrels stacked from floor to ceiling, all of it looking kind of old but very dry.
I have blind sight of a range of 10 feet. Does that mean I'm relying on dark vision?
I
The
don't.
blind sight and dark vision are two different things. I mean, if you're completely blinded, if you've got your eyes shut, you can still see 10 feet around you.
Sweet. Right, so...
Can that not
when
see
I'm
invisible creatures as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
So when I move into this room, can I do a perception to see if I can see a form of lever?
Yep, please do.
So on laptops, everything's not as easy to get to. There we go.
Nope.
I will use it to re-roll that. No, roll first.
Yep. You can tell that this room is very dim and there is light flickering from the other side. Maybe you don't have a direct view from it from there, but there's a good logical leap that the lever would be where the light is.
I'll start making my way around, but I'm not trying to be sneaky as such. I'm like, hello? Hello?
Okay, Sticks, what are you going to do?
Just gonna watch what happens.
Okay, before I resolve that, is anyone else joining, or are you all meeting? Oh no, didn't mean to click that. Or are you all meeting up and having a strange reunion in the centre chamber?
Did I hear shouting coming from up there when Styx shouted, "Who are you?"
I think so, yeah.
But I'd probably be following the only sound of voice I've heard so far then, because I've not heard anything from the other direction.
Okay. Munchie.
I know what Munchie's doing.
Yeah, what's Munchie doing?
I just thought about doing this, so
Yep.
I'm going to be using Produce Flame.
Right.
Pouring some water into a cup or something, which I'm sure I'll have something like that. I've got a mess kit.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to chop up some of the mushrooms, and I'm going to start brewing a mushroom tea.
Okay. If you want to
Going to offer everybody a drink of tea.
Lovely. If anyone partakes of that tea, you can roll for a mushroom.
Well, would it not be the same mushroom if I'm?
Oh, it would be the same. Okay, so do you want to roll it?
We all get to share a mushroom.
How many mushrooms are you chopping up and putting in it? And would it then be multiple mushroom effects at once?
That's up to Kat.
That's up to you. How many mushrooms do you want to combine? And at the moment, it's just you and Griphook. So would Griphook trust what Munchie's brewing?
Griphook has in the past, and yeah.
Well, I'm brewing. It's going to take a little while for me to get it ready, so I won't roll the mushrooms now.
Yeah.
Griphook likes a tea.
So you want to roll through? You want 3 mushrooms? Do you want?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that when we drink the tea for suspense.
Yeah. Okay, for suspense. Okay, well let's let's resolve a little bit up here as well. So, Hayes, as you walk further into this room, you can see there's almost like a little stage at this other side, and there is a being stood upon it who almost looks on fire. And as you approach, it says, "State your purpose, cold ones. Why do you disturb my sacred flame tending?"
Apologies, did not mean to disturb. This looks very interesting. May I ask what you're doing?
Okay, there's 3 different. I've written some options here. How do you want to approach this thing? You seem like you're questioning. So there's a diplomatic approach, a scholarly approach, an observational approach.
Scholarly means wanting to learn, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say that. I'm intrigued.
Okay, can you roll me a Arcana or Religion? I'm looking for a DC 15.
Here, can I change my mind?
Yeah.
Have a look,
You can do it.
right, let's have a look. Arcana or Religion. It would be a... No, it's just +1. I rolled 2, is it? Just out of curiosity, I'll try and have a look and see if it'll boost it up at all. There you go.
Lovely. Okay. So with a success, you notice that this is I don't know how you pronounce it. It's an Azer Fire Lord. Azer. You remember or you've heard of these beings. They value craftsmanship and gifts of precious metals, especially those that burn with unusual colours when cast into flame.
Ooh, okay. I have something that he's gonna love.
Okay. So,
I would like to hold my hand out and
mhm.
pray that this works. I'd like to hold forth an offering.
Nice. What are you holding forth?
It is a little, little test tube of meteor shards.
Oh, I
I had a
love.
feeling if
Oh,
these go on fire, they might give it a spark and a flicker and some multicoloured.
I love that, and I'm not even gonna make you roll for that,
I had
because
3 tubes of them, so
you did. I do remember that is beautiful. Um, so I didn't even have that on my list of things.
sorry.
No, no, it's great. So I'm gonna say that he it kind of becomes a little bit less defensive, stating there are few cold ones who show proper respect for the Keeper of Flames and the understanding of it. Perhaps you are different.
I am nothing if not eager to learn.
Uh, and so you've approached with your gift,
I'm
and
holding it out, head down, like bowing, proper respectful wise, like you'd give a gift to a king.
he will accept your offering.
It comes with the warning though.
Mm.
I'm not sure if you're aware of what's going on in the upper world, but this is a very, very dangerous form of metal.
He will. In what way dangerous?
It is unknown as to what it can do. I'll explain to him that it's meteor shards. It's from the meteor that come
Yeah, yeah.
down from another dimension and whatever. I'll explain it to him
Mhm.
as best I can, but as briefly as I can.
Cool.
And just so he's got that bit of a warning, that bit of a heads up that we don't actually know what it can do, but
He
it's
will.
something unique.
He will take. He will take the item, and it's almost like he sprinkles it on himself because he is part flame as well, and he burns with a purple colour and says, "Your gift honours the eternal flame." You can see him flickering slightly at the chaos, but nothing untoward happens. So he is happy with what you have done. Yeah. Thank goodness that's Scally making that comment. I thought that was Sticks
no, no.
already readying something.
No, I was putting it in for Craig to laugh at.
Yeah. I thought that was. I briefly looked down and I thought that was. That's Craig readying an action there. So Craig, what does Sticks actually do while all this is going on?
Nothing.
No, not a lot. It's just watching. Just doesn't know where he is.
Oh, okay, that's cool. In which case the Fire Lord is quite happy then. If you want to ask to pull the lever or whatever you wish.
Yes, I will just ask him. Please, can we request the lever to be pulled, and then I will leave you to your rituals.
What wonderful diplomacy! How I thought that might be chaos, but he is quite pleased and entranced with your offering. Maybe I suggest leaving before any chaos takes hold and he goes aggro at you.
As soon as he pulls the lever, I am gone.
Lovely stuff. And those of you in the central chamber has noticed that the last of the lights have come on.
I'll tell Tom as we're going past this way, because I don't know if he's in there.
Hello, Dave. What's in there?
Just below the sticks. Lever's been pulled. We're good to go.
Okay.
Cool. Now let's resolve the quick tea ceremony before we move on to the next map. You want 3 mushrooms? Pull me 3 mushrooms.
Oh.
No, can't hear a word of that, Scott. Are you muted or miming?
I was muted
Okay.
because I'm concentrating on making tea. So yeah, as everyone comes back into the room, I will just offer everybody some of Munchie's special mushroom tea, because everyone seems a little on edge, man. We just need to take a minute and chill. Anybody want a bit of tea?
Tom met them briefly at the start before I had to disappear
Yes.
last week, didn't it? So he
Yeah.
does know that they are them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he'll take some tea. Doesn't need to. He's just
I
doing
will be
job.
drinking tea.
It's just polite because
Anyone else
social etiquette.
drinking the tea?
Hayes won't, but Goblin will. So I'm going to say odds is Hayes, evens is Goblin.
So you're going to deliberately fail to.
No, odds is Hayes, evens is Goblin as to who wins the have a drink or not. It's Hayes.
Even.
What's Hayes? So no, I'm going to pass on the drink if that's all right. Thank you.
Yeah. Is Styx rejoining?
Yeah, he's not having a drink.
No.
We'll never be friends.
Look would like one.
Goblin would.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, so the first one paralyzes everybody for a split second, but then as the tea and the aromas and the flavors makes you suddenly feel better, and then everybody would be affected by haste for
2d6 minutes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I was going to say, is that 2d6 that we roll our own to see how long we're affected for?
Oh, we can just
Either
take
way.
the highest.
Yeah.
Oh, we all get 8 minutes.
8 minutes of.
8 minutes of haste, which is a 1 minute long spell.
So literally, like, everybody freezes for a second, unable to move, then feel fine, and then feel great. I mean, this is a multi-layered tea. I mean, it's got depth of flavour.
So who here in this room kind of knows of each other, in whatever form? Do you talk about the various bits? Do you identify with each other and catch up, or are you just running around like weird idiots? Weird idiots.
Hayes has still got Goblin in her head. So while this whole thing's going on, because it's such an easy roll for her to roll back to Goblin, so I think he's still in the head. So she'll know everybody in both the forms.
I think I'm playing it where I remember switching, so I will remember being Balthor and what Balthor's done down here. So I think Munchie would recognise everybody.
Cool.
Grip Hook is kind of losing touch with a little bit of David.
Have you all thought about what your Vanguard character? Are they going to take away from this? Are they going to remember it and? Or is this just going to be denial? It's all a bad dream.
I think Tom's going to remember it fondly, if not a little bit sadly, because he'll never taste food again, and he's got to eat and drink a lot. Maybe one of his next minor projects is to get taste buds put in.
Does he want to be a real boy?
Yeah, probably. All the way human. Although being wasp does have its advantage.
Yes. Okay. If everyone's finished running around, now that all the lights are lit up, the hatch type thing in the bottom of the floor, there's a top on it like a submarine almost that spins undone.
Cool.
So it's now accessible.
Does it require opening, or does it?
Yeah.
I think as the biggest, most physically imposing person there, Tom will lean forward and lift it.
You can't quite see the bottom of it, but it's a big old tunnel to somewhere.
Could I light a torch and drop it down the hole and just see how far it falls before I can't see the light anymore?
Yep.
Guys, I've heard of a magical place before. I got told it as a bedtime story when I was a kid. that if we go down sewers, we reach Narnia.
I've never heard that, man. That's
It's like we're
insane. It blows my mind.
Oh, Narnia nonsense. Okay, as you drop the torch down, you can see it's not a long fall. There is some ground looking, maybe 10 feet below.
That's quite far for a goblin.
Any way to lower ourselves? Is there a ladder? Is there a rope? Just a
No.
big hole, just a hole in the floor that drops about 10 feet.
Yeah.
there's a flying group.
I mean, I'm 8 feet tall nearly. Can I just lower myself in and
Yeah.
then lift them all down one at a time?
Yeah.
I'm only reaching up a couple of feet.
Yeah. Like helping toddlers down from a wall.
Pretty much, yeah.
Can I,
No.
because I'm flying, just like fly down and avoid Tom's grip and just like a toddler with the
If
zoomies?
you've got your own way down, he won't even reach for you. It's just for those that are kind of looking at it like that's a long way.
Okay, is everyone else accepting of the lifts?
Yes, but Munchie is going to ask.
Mm.
You're really big. Is it okay if I ride on your shoulders?
I don't see why not.
Thanks, man.
Okay. So what actually
There's a button and
happens?
some, like, a saddle just pops out of his shoulder.
I'm just waiting till Balfour now comes back out riding
Can we
Tom's
bring back
shoulders.
can we bring back the papoose? He just has
yeah.
a papoose on his back.
So what actually happens is, Griphook, you fly down the hole halfway, and then David drops down the rest of it and lands with a heavy thump. Tom, you pick up goblins and then put down Vanguard members, except Balthor, who's now sat on your shoulders.
What? Tom, put me down, Tom. Tom, put me down.
I mean, Balthor's quite a stocky, heavy fella, isn't it?
But he's still a little dude.
Well, I've got this little light goblin on my shoulders, and I take like a couple of steps, go.
Yeah. So you are back to being your Vanguard selves. No more goblin nonsense, I'm afraid. But as you take in your surroundings, I will move the map.
Can I wreck on something?
Of course you can.
Can Tom have asked Munchie for a couple of his mushrooms before he put him down?
Yeah.
I'm sure they can only come in handy at some point in the future.
If Munchie would be more than happy to do that, he's more than welcome.
Give him the shoulder ride. Shoulder ride deserves payment. I'll give him a few
How
mushrooms.
How many mushrooms?
Let's just roll another d6. I think that's what he would do.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Do you want to roll what those mushrooms are now?
No, I'm going to pop them into my stillage and start brewing some mushroom beer.
Do you want to know what you're brewing?
Not yet.
No, okay.
We'll figure that out if and when somebody drinks some of it when it's ready.
Cool. Add it to your character sheet,
Just
and
let you know, there's the weight difference between Munchie and Balfour.
amazing.
Oh wow!
That's a big old difference.
Quadrupled in weight. Nearly.
Okay, so as you stumble to your feet, get up, reassess yourself and your sense of self, this is what you take in. You're in a huge, huge cavernous area. You can't see any ceiling. You're in the top left-hand corner if you haven't found your tokens yet. And what you see in front of you is an enormous tree with roots that branch over a void, leaning down into nothingness. The tree itself has what looks like a glowing green gem in its centre. And that's where you are.
Can we maneuver round the tree towards the glowing green centre?
Yeah, I mean, if you you'll have to balance on these routes.
Yeah.
So, by all means, discuss, plan, work out what you're doing, investigate, etc., etc.
What is the lighting situation?
It's quite bright. The tree itself is slightly illuminated. This glow buried in its bark glows. There are various green crystals and strange looking plants that emit their own otherworldly view, otherworldly light.
I would pull my rope out of my bag, tie it around the branch loosely, and then tie it around myself so it's like a little harness, and I could just loop it up the tree as I was moving along it.
Yeah.
And that way, if I fell down, I was being held up by the rope.
Love it.
I'm going to put my sword into the scabbard in the shield, pull out 2 javelins, and I'm going to use them to support me as I'm walking so I don't fall off the sides.
Yep.
Everything's going to be flying.
How?
Oh, did you not have the? Can you not summon it?
I'm presuming not.
Oh. God, her legs are going to get tired quickly.
It's not her spell to summon it.
No. Oh, your legs are going to get tired. You're not used to doing all this walking.
She'll be asking Tom for a shoulder carry next.
Upsies.
I can control Tom, but I can't control myself.
Oh.
Are
Okay.
we in our own bodies?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me
Didn't know
just.
if I was inside Tom.
Well, only if you want to be.
Oh yeah, I can see.
Only in his dreams. Only
You
in...
perverts, all of you, disgusting perverts.
Are you telling me if you couldn't hollow Tom out and use him as some sort of super adamantine battle mech, you wouldn't?
Nope. Nope. Not until you just mentioned it.
Oh, I really want to watch Pacific Rim again now. Do 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 do. Kaiju fight. Can you move Balthor now? Can everybody else move their characters?
I could move me, yeah.
I can.
Cool. Lovely.
Can everybody just waz me around the screen, or?
Well, let's not go. Let's not go exploring too far. No, let's not go exploring too far, please. I'll take you off the map.
I already saw it.
Children, behave.
It wasn't me. I didn't move me at all.
It's your character.
I didn't give everyone control of me.
One of them was me.
It ain't now. It ain't now.
This is why we can't have this.
Yes. So, what would you like to do, folks?
Like I said, I'm going to start making my way across the branches.
Mm-hmm.
Making my way towards the tree right now.
I mean, does it
That
seem
was
like
gonna
there is
branch
one pathway, and this one pathway is the big tree in the middle?
The exit, if you can say it, is across the other side. So you can see that the kind of routes converge at this tree.
Every path passes through here.
The other notable, let's point out some other notable things you can see. So there are some faintly glowing green crystals, some very odd glowing bushes, and these round, almost look like seed pods.
Ooh. Before we go too far, can I pull out an arrow and try and fire one at a like one of the further away things, just to see if it does out the glowy things.
So which one are you going to fire at? One of these things, or
one of the green glowy things.
or like the pod things?
The green glowy thing first, and then I'll probably try a pod thing next.
Okay. Let me try and remember.
And see if we go.
Okay. So you fire an arrow at the green plant, and some spores and leaves fly off it, but just as if you'd shot a bush.
Yeah.
Bush.
I know, right?
So 70s.
I mean, you've just trimmed it a little.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
If there's grass on the wicket, let's play cricket.
Craig's gone. Did anyone want to move, investigate, plan, have a picnic, start attacking things? Do you want me to put you in initiative order if it helps?
Balthor's confused because
Yes.
he feels like the past he can remember being able to speak to plants,
Yeah.
but now these plants are all here and he's thinking that would have been quite useful now.
Would he come back still stoned from being bunchy?
Maybe a little bit.
I don't like that. Balthor would not like that.
No. It's only a tiny buzz, and I think it would only last a moment or so that you can easily dispel.
Just
If
the
you
memory
wished.
of being high when he
Yeah.
comes back.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Munchie's that high that probably even Balthor's hair would still give off a positive sample
Yeah.
for the next 3 years because he's just so doped up all the time. But well, Balthor will suggest we move in formations. Perhaps we move slowly together towards what looks like the exit over there, guys. What do you say?
Sounds like a plan.
It sounds like that's what we need to do. So we shall do.
Are you okay taking the lead as you're ahead there, David? Or are you scared you're going to get hit some more?
I'm down here and I'm called Griphook. You.
No, Griphook's not here. You're all back to your Vanguard self.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
You flew halfway down the tunnel, then turned into David and fell the rest of the way.
Come on, David. It's like a fairy tale. You was a little green goblin, and then someone kissed you, and you turned into a princess again.
No, I didn't.
Somebody wasn't paying attention.
I was too caught up in Goblin. Yeah.
Everyone has kind of goblin hangover now, don't they?
Yeah.
I'll have to come up with another goblins, won't I? Yes.
Always?
Always.
Unless you get somebody else to run the goblins.
I mean, anyone's more than welcome if they want to run a goblins. Does that mean I get to create a goblin? Ooh!
God.
Yeah.
Goblin chaos.
I wonder if there's a way of running like a DM-less goblin game. There's got to be some kind of mechanic for that.
I'm sure Paul can do it.
Only way to do it, really. I don't think there is a way to do it unless you just get one of those things where it's all, like the scratch off character sheet things.
Oh no, it's almost unless it's just constant rollable encounter tables and rollable adversaries and NPCs, then it's truly random.
You could just use ChatGTP to do a whole thing. Literally, you could just tell it what you've done and it will tell you what to do next. I reckon that would be able to be a DM.
Well, like a choose your own adventure book for 6 people playing simultaneously.
That
Okay.
would be
I reckon just
chaos.
one person putting stuff into the chat into the AI. I
Mm.
think it would tell you what you see, and you just have to one person to describe it, but we'd all be. You don't get the answers till afterwards. But anyway, shall we get back to this? David, lead the way.
Yes, I will lead the way. Because you're too cowardice to go.
Yes, yes. Also, you're too stupid to start walking ahead before the plan was made. It's not real tactics, David.
No.
Think, then act. Not act, then think.
I'm not saying you have a point.
Any chance we can move this along? You're in my way.
Better than you.
You're not.
Like 2 foot. No, like 2 inches.
Tom's got extendable ankles. He just goes.
Go go gadget ankles. If anyone understands. Oh, are they going to have a measuring contest again about who's taller?
I think Tom was he not near enough 8 foot?
I don't remember.
How does Alethea look, Craig, walking along this branchy stuff and that? Does she look stable on her feet?
Yep. I mean, as stable as someone who's not looking down as much as she probably should be doing, because she's trying to write things down in the book at the same time.
For all intents purposes on here, I've tried to make it so the grid works, but it is 5-6 foot wide, so it's kind of single file unless you want to squeeze by each other. So, but it's not like a tightrope.
I mean, I'm willing to offer to tie some rope around myself and then Alethea, just in case if it helps her feel more confident that if she was to slip, then he'd be able to catch her.
She doesn't want or need that in any way.
Okay, just trying to help. Just trying to be a nice guy. No need to be like a dick.
How's
No, no,
Alethea feeling
no.
after being a goblin for a short while?
Well, that's another
Very
thing. he's
confused.
thinking.
Very confused.
That's another thing because Balfour's feel confused. That's why he was asking. Sorry, Craig.
She's obviously the penny dropped when she finally became Styx. That's what's been happening to everyone, and now she's got all sorts of thoughts running in her head of who are these goblins? Where did they come from? Is there a way to get them back? What can we do to possibly do that? What magic was involved? Can we do all these thoughts are thrown through her head of what
Did she
testing and spells that could be involved in it.
did she enjoy being a goblin? Was it freeing or was it mental?
Disconcerting and confusing.
Not even like an experimentation kind of thing that she appreciated at the time, but now.
Oh, she 100% like wants to know how to do it again.
Mm. Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's puzzled and she's not really taking in too much awareness of her surroundings for the time being.
How about Hayes? Is Hayes phased by any of this? Are you still missing the little other voice in your head? I'm guessing all is quiet for now. Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
Why marching forward?
I'm just following the tree. So
Okay.
if that's the
David.
direction we're going.
Yeah,
I'll be
okay.
behind.
David, as you step forward and approach the thing, this glowing bush thing,
Yep.
you notice there's a different feeling about you. It's as if a part of you is suddenly not there. You're still big, strong Minotaur, but that magical essence, that spark within you, suddenly gone.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that just yet.
Mhm. I mean, it's as you stepped towards it. Maybe it's only temporary. Maybe something has changed. Maybe test a theory out. Maybe tell other people. I don't know. What would you like?
I'm gonna not like that feeling and just start backing up a little.
Okay.
Going, guys, I don't like what I'm feeling up here. It's not. Don't like it.
Okay. As you step backwards to where you are now, your magic's back. You can feel everything's. You know now in your heart that if you cast bardic inspiration, the music would leap from your fingers as always.
Guys, we go forward. No magic.
Olivia's ears prop up and suddenly not focusing on what she's been thinking about. She heard that very clearly. So what did you say, David?
The closer I got to these crystal thingies, the less magic I had. It just disappeared.
These thingies or these thingies?
I think these things.
These thingies.
Is it the glowing bulbous group?
These.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I cast Mage Hand to try and I don't know if there's a way to snap a bit off?
Okay, you can try. So what? So you cast Mage Hand, and as soon as you cross past David, the Mage Hand disappears.
I'll go first. It might clear at the other side.
You're muted.
Yeah, Balthor will offer to go forward with Hayes. I do not rely on magic. If you wish to move over, I will follow Hayes and we can take the lead.
Yep, Hayes is happy to go ahead. See if it clears out at the other side. Let's go in the middle.
So if they're wanting to get past, I'll step off onto this branch out of the way so that they can.
Excuse me, please, David. Can you step aside? You're not the smallest person to get around.
Yes.
So do you all like do a kind of cuddle, move around, or David? Balthor, do you crawl between his legs?
There's 3 feet between us. I open my legs and he crawls through or walks through.
No, he wouldn't. And if he does, he is uppercutting you in the ballsack. You can choose the 2 options. I'm happy for you to choose.
I will step aside.
So yeah, I'll step to there, and then if Hayes and wants to, so he'll allow Hayes to step forward if she wants first, but he's happy to take the lead.
While these guys are dancing around, can I try casting Minor Illusion and Prestidigitation in and around this bulbous thing?
So Hayes, as you step forward, you can feel it to a certain extent. I mean, you're a rogue, but you have certain magical items on you, like your telepathic bandana, even your shape shifting ability.
Yeah, I feel a bit exposed because it's the first time anybody's seen what I really look like.
I thought I already knew.
Yeah. And Balthor, as you step forward, your paladin ability, your feeling and connection drops.
Which is only new to him anyway.
Yep.
So yeah, whether or not he would really notice too much yet, I'm thinking.
I mean,
We'll try and get past it as quick as we can and see if it wears off again the other side.
I mean, if you want to carry onwards.
Yeah.
Are you still looking around you? Are you investigating? Are you seeing what makes these things so different? if there's any kind of clue of what's going on.
I will be looking,
I'm
yeah.
looking for a route. Go on.
That's you.
I said, personally, I'm just looking for a route through.
Cool.
Valve will be looking at this bulbous thing, trying to just work out what it is.
Yeah, you can see it is glowing. Do you want to do me an investigation?
With my -1?
Yeah. 11. Okay. You're a pretty smart chap. This bush, as you're close to it, love it. It's a bush that you by looking at it you can see it would be magical, but it's almost like that this is generating some kind of anti-magic field around itself.
How big is this thing?
Well, you can be able to tell from how far you've stepped back, and then when the feeling changed and the feedback from other people. It's about, I think it's 5 foot. Is that what I put on it?
I mean, I don't want to act like a gardener here, guys, but Balthor's thinking this is could be quite a handy tool, and he might try and cut some of it off and put it into the bag of holding.
Yeah.
If you put an anti-magic field into the bag of holding, will that not do something to it with it being a magic item?
Well, it's not. It's only if it creates its own
fitted.
extra dimensional space where it would have the bag influence.
Would it not just become a regular bag because
Yeah.
it's cancelled out the bag's magic properties?
Yes. We've all played Baldur's Gate. Has everyone done the Susser tree quest? You know, if you store the Susser blooms in the chest at camp and you walk near it, there's an effect on it. So yeah, these I would say that if you try and store it in the bag of holding, it will make it a normal bag.
Do I know that will happen?
Probably not with you.
Well, no. If I know magic isn't, if it's not letting it do magic around it.
I mean,
and
you're
know the
more than
bag's
welcome.
magic.
You're more than welcome to try and
Can I
Chop
see
it.
him trying to do this or looking at trying to get a sample?
Yeah.
Can I offer him another test tube to put some in?
of course.
Oh, later.
Yeah, I'll snap a bit off and put it in the test tube.
Cool. You have a twig, but you're still stood within the anti-magic field, so you don't know one way or the other what your twig will do.
But then I'm happy to keep on moving forward.
So you're moving forward under the shadow of this great tree that stands in front of you.
Yeah, doesn't sound like a terrible idea whatsoever. It sounds
No.
perfectly normal and sane.
Yeah.
Tom has bad memories of walking under a tree previously, so he doesn't want to do it again.
Guys, how does it feel magically up there?
You
I'm not sure. I'm not really used to having magic, so
Check the other side. I shot an arrow at that one. See if that still has the same effect on you.
I am going to want to have everybody roll initiative for me, please. Well, actually, no, not everyone. Just Hayes and Balthor.
Gonna say,
I'm going to fight someone.
if I've noticed that my prestidigitation didn't do anything and minor illusion
Yep.
didn't appear there,
No.
and there's no one stood next to it, can I shoot a firebolt at it?
Still magic.
Exactly. I want
Yeah.
to see does the firebolt hit it or does it just disappear?
It reaches the boundary and fizzles.
Yeah. Okay. That's enough testing for Olivia.
Okay.
Hi.
Can I do something quickly?
One moment. Sorry.
I am Balthor Oakenwood. Just replying to what this thing's going to say to me, Johnny. It's just going to say I am Groot.
Ali, were you saying something?
Yeah, am I able to cast something quick?
Yeah.
Oh god.
What are you wanting to cast and where?
Dispel magic.
Interesting. Can you put it in the chat for me
Yes,
once you figured out?
I've lost.
Um,
I've lost everything.
Can I just say as well? I've used the cool new feature in Roll20, the foreground layer thing, so that you see as you approached it, it appeared. How cool is that?
That's so good.
It's so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. There we go.
Can I just ask, has anybody tried going back over towards the one that was shot? See if it's still no magic
I
inside.
put you guys in initiative before we could do anything.
Right, okay.
I mean, these guys are going to be an initiative, but if you guys want to do other stuff like your own semi-initiative, these guys are.
I would have been doing sort of what we got told and heading off this way just to see if choosing that other plant did anything to it or not.
Cool. As you walk by that plant, you'll notice that there is a humanoid-looking plant that becomes kind of aggro the closer you walk to it. So, yes, you'll be in initiative too. So I'll need you to roll that. Let's have...
Do I still have my magic-y items and things for now?
No, because you've stepped into another anti-magic zone. Because someone shot an...
So it's extending out at least 10 feet.
Well, no, there's another one here. Someone shot an arrow at it,
Yeah,
which
so
isn't
there,
magical.
That's 5 foot.
Let me just see, because I've actually got an aura.
Has it got a radius thing?
Yeah. So I can, from my view, I can see the circles that are around it all.
Right.
So shooting it didn't do anything then, no?
It's just determined whether I was going to use my overclock thing that I've not used before.
Hang on a second. So for my intents and purposes, maybe it is up, maybe it... Oh, it's about that.
Didn't do anything, no?
Sorry, Angela, what was it that you did?
Shooting it didn't do anything, did it?
The one you shot first?
Yeah.
You shot an arrow at it and kind of bits flew off it.
Yeah, so it's not...
But it's still a whole bush. You shot some leaves off it.
Oh, right, yeah, full bush, yeah, no, that's fine.
But it wasn't a magical attack. That's why it still was able to hit. If you'd have hit it with a firebolt or a magic missile, it would have evaporated. Right, where were we? So, Tom, you have walked up and basically standing face to face with a plant golem that is not a friendly one. So I'll need you to roll into initiative for that one as well. Tom is... I'm just going to roll that in. David, Alithia. David, you did Dispel Magic. Where were you doing the Dispel Magic on and at what level?
Yeah, third, I believe. No.
Is that the standard level it would be?
I believe, yes, that is.
Just double checking. So is it cast at a third? Is it a concentration one or does it just happen?
It happens. No further
Just
happens.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to say that one will dispel it.
Yeah, it's one creature effect or magical effect.
Cool. So I have removed the anti-magic field on this bobbly plant there.
I'm going to go test it out. Olivia, it worked.
And she's fascinated by what happened and making notes again. That's incredible, David. Excellent work.
Thank you. We're scholars together. The magical quest.
As no
Okay.
one's hit anything or been hit by anything.
Not as yet. Alithia, David, are you wanting to roll into initiative, or are you still?
I will if I see someone get hit or.
I will if I see something being aggressive towards my.
Okay. Well, they will do, but it is Hayes's turn first. Oh no! Wait. Hang on. No, because I triggered it because of this thing, didn't I? Oh, it's late. It is going to release a wave of energy to those who have stood too close to it. Can you both give me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, cool.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my inspiration with Balfour. At least a 10. It's better than that one, but.
Okay, so hang on a minute. I need to.
Oh, Hayes wakes up in the morning wise.
Just realised I'd left that wrong. So Hayes passed. Balfour didn't, because it was a 15. So you take, it is 3d6 psychic damage. No, that's 2 I've rolled. I want another one. So 3d6 on a fail, or half as much on a successful one. And then I need to roll a recharge, which it does not.
It was 15.
30.
Ow.
Come on. That seems happened.
Sorry? Say again?
Ignore me, everything was slow coming through.
No worries. Okay, so now it's Hayes' go. You've stepped too close to this tree and you've been hit by a wave of psychic energy.
Can I see a way of getting round? Is it like a clear path through?
No, it is this huge tree where these roots are coming out from it. You'd have to kind of climb up into and round the tree.
Okay, so for this turn, I'd like to put my hands out to the tree like come in peace kind of thing. I'm not a threat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to point to the direction that I'm going and just like take one step towards it, but hold my action for if he attacks.
Cool. So do you say you're holding your hand out towards the tree or onto the tree?
I'm holding my hands up in like I'm no threat. I don't mean any harm. I've not got any weapons in my hand. You know, that kind of hands up, like it's okay. I just want to get by.
Okay. Can you give me a perception?
I can certainly try. Perception.
15. Okay. You can see that this tree is almost like writhing with energy, in not a friendly way. But as you saw from a distance, there is like a gem embedded into the tree itself that is like it's calling to you. It's like the tree has wound its way round this purposefully shaped gem that is embedded into it.
Does it look like I need to get the gem out to calm the tree down?
As like a quest token or ideal, possibly yes. If it was if it was some kind of game thing, it probably would have lit up.
Okay.
If your perception was higher, you would probably see that it was like a specific shape that was embedded into the tree.
Oh. Yeah, no, I'm gonna hold for when it makes an attack because I've got no weapons in my hand. I've got my hand up for it, so I'm still gonna hold my action.
Yep.
But my action will be to defend myself, you know, or to. In fact, no, my action's gonna be to dodge.
Nice. Tom, you are standing against this vine golem who is proper giving you the evils. But it's not done anything because it's not its turn yet.
So it looks like it's gone.
Oh, it's going to.
Like the battle music started
Yeah.
in my head.
Yeah.
I know that it's fine.
Yeah.
The Star Trek battle music.
Yeah. It's singing
I don't know
about
what you're
bras.
talking about.
Yeah.
I
It's
get.
my theme music at the moment, but
I have no magic currently, do I?
Nope.
Cool.
Actually, maybe if it would help, what I will do
You
is
can have all the magic.
as you discover these things. Nope. Okay. I'm guessing you don't see that, so I will have to. Oh yeah, it is 10 foot because I put 10 in there. Can you?
Yeah, I can see that.
Cool.
I mean, where do feats come in
At the bottom.
in the case of like, do I still have feats that I obtained through leveling up and such?
Is it magic?
It's just mobile. I'm better at moving and stuff.
Doesn't
So,
involve magic.
No,
No.
not really.
No.
Well, that's still.
Cool. So it can't hit me if I move around it then.
It is a limited space though, so it is a narrow gap, and this thing is still big.
I'm not leaving its threat range though, I suppose. I'm still technically engaged with it.
Did you do like a little dance around it?
How big is it, roughly speaking?
It's
size of a child, size of a large dog.
It's a medium construct. It's a golem, so it is a medium humanoid.
Kind of like a plant version of me.
It's like Groot. Let's imagine it's a Groot. It's a pissed off.
Does it look particularly flammable?
I mean, I'm not going to just tell you stuff
So
like that.
If I light, yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but I'm not very athletic-y. Can I, battle for private message, just shove it.
Well, I've just been playing too much Baldur's Gate. Sorry, it's just.
Tom only has a 14 strength, and it's not quite as effective when you just push something with very limited strength. I'm going to light a torch if I can and set it on fire. Physical fire's not a magical effect.
Very true.
It's just fire.
Do you have the equipment to set it on fire as your action?
I have a torch and a tinderbox.
Cool. Just stand next to it like tick, 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 tick. Try to set it on fire.
Yeah, so if I can light it as one part of my action, and then for my extra attack part of the action, just jab it with a fiery stick.
Yeah.
fire stick.
DM to DM, what would fire damage like that be calculated as?
Up to you how many Ds of whatever it is. Improvised weapon, I suppose, isn't it? So.
I'm sure the rule for lighting
or a
is
torch or whatever is a D4. And then if it's vulnerable to fire, it'll be doubled whatever damage it takes.
Cool. Let me just.
That's asking AI.
I'm trying to do a little bit of Google for you, but
How much damage would a torch do?
yes. 1d4 bludgeoning damage plus 1 fire damage. That's not if it's on fire.
So I hit it with a stick that's on fire. It takes 1 fire damage and a D4 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Would have been more effective to just stab it with my sword. Unless there's a chance it can be set on fire and then be taking damage over time.
I mean, it would burning condition. What's the burning condition? Oh, I don't even know if that's a. It's when you click on something, and you go, "Is that actually rules?"
Not on this bad boy.
I mean, I'm gonna have to start charging Graham rent soon for being in my head.
If it makes it less complicated, I
Yeah.
will just stab it with a regular sword, and
Just-
then we don't have to worry about it.
Let's stab it with a sword, and we can think about that for next time. Just thinking about the time. So
Yeah,
please
don't want us
do.
to get bogged down too much in it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not my turn.
Well, a 12's probably not going to hit.
Nope.
I'll use my advantage to my inspiration to re-roll that because it's quarter two, so might as well.
Yeah.
Take it with you.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a difference anyway.
No difference.
Given that I sacked off the torch plan, extra attack. Yay,
That will
one.
hit.
Huzzah!
9 damage.
9.
Slashing damage. There's plenty things left, and it might be.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah. Which is
If it's vulnerable, it's
double. Yeah. So yeah, the slashing does a lot more damage than you thought it would do.
Sweet. Everybody cut them to pieces. Then again, there's only one of these we've seen so far.
Not slashing at each other.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just going for a slash and it feels vulnerable.
Well, that's it. That's me moving on to somebody else to have a quick go before.
Cool. Okay. It's the Vine Golem's go now. It is going to multi-attack Tom with a attack with. It's going to shoot one of its arms out like a vine. 15.
Normally, I would say no. However, how much of my armor is magical?
Says the magical robot.
Yeah. It could be a
Is
slight
it
problem.
is it a spell?
The person
No,
who created him.
no.
Is it
Well,
magic?
part of it's from just being a warforged.
No, that's fine.
In fact, I think it's all just from being a warforged. I don't
That's
think
fine.
I don't carry a shield, do I? I do, but it's not a magic shield. Yeah, no, I'm fine. 20, so no, it won't hit.
No. Multi-attack. Then that won't hit either.
Nope.
Where's that gone? Does it do anything else? No, that's all that does. Next we move on to Baltha.
How intelligent does the creature in front of me and Hayes look? Does it look as if it would be able to be reasoned with?
It is. It's not just a tree. It is intelligent.
To begin with, just to help somebody else out, after it did what it did, Balfour will hold his head and sort of like yell in pain as if he's just suffered damage from somewhere. But then seeing this thing, thinking it's intelligent, Balfour is going to light a torch and pull out a flask of oil that he has.
Ooh.
And just look at this creature and just be, we have come here for that crystal. It is very important that we reclaim it. You can live, and we can leave you in peace, or I promise to burn you to a crisp.
I don't know if trees can swear, but it will swear back again. Do you want to roll me an intimidation? Just for...
A 23.
I mean, you're very intimidating, but it doesn't work.
With fire, I don't know if that'd even be more intimidating to give me advantage on the roll.
Go on, if you want a crit hunt. Let's see how high you can roll.
Oh, only 25.
Only a 25. It doesn't matter if you had critted.
No.
This is an evil tree and it is a big fight.
Cool.
I know.
So I will if I can't do everything, I appreciate that, but I'm gonna either throw the flask of oil at it,
Mm-hmm.
and if I can, throw the torch on it and set it ablaze.
Maybe we will keep that for next
Yes.
time while I research.
That's what I was
What
thinking.
that
I think
means.
it's slightly different for
Mm-hmm.
using oil and setting things on fire rather than hitting with a flaming weapon. Which
Yeah, and I want to do proper research, not have something that might hallucinate an answer at me, which it could be prone to do.
so
Mhm.
so that's what I will be wanting to do. So if you want to move to other people first before we end, if they want to do something, and then
Yep.
I can start with that and then start next session.
Cool. Alithia, your turn is next.
Are you sure? I haven't rolled initiative.
Oh no, you haven't, have you? No, it's just because I'd moved you to the bottom and I just scrolled down there. So technically, then that is the end of who wanted to roll into initiative. So, shall we call it there rather than start another round?
Well, I'd say unless there's something Craig wants to do out of
Yeah,
initiative order.
Of
then.
course. Craig,
No,
and
no,
David.
Come on, pressure, guys. Come on, do something amazing.
Oh no, I want to see the oil thing first before I, set it ablaze.
Cool. David, did you want to do anything before we finish this session?
Tag team.
I mean, it was one tactic, Scott.
Psychically talk to me.
Mm.
Oh, I can do that.
Throw the oil and then fireballs.
Cool. Well, in that case, while we all do a little bit of research on some of that, I'm going to stop the session there. And we will carry on this combat next time. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Thanking you.